Showers upon more showers happening this morning. More about that tracking southward in just a moment.
Right now this morning, I put my skills to the test with the Army fitness test. Find out if I passed up next.
Tensions rising just days into the Middle East ceasefire. More on President Trump's demands. And the Brewers taking on the Dodgers in Game 2 of the NLCS. News 8's Kate Overton has our highlights. Thank you for joining us this morning. I'm Alexandra Carter on this Wednesday, October 15th, 6 a.m. Just about 5:58. You still got maybe 2 more minutes to stay in bed. We'll send it over to meteorologist Art Jarrett. He's out of bed. He's in the weather center.
Right.
Tracking some rain. Moving on in.
I'm not gonna lie. I went back to bed this early morning.
Yeah,
Slept for
you
another half
did.
hour. Yeah.
Oh, lucky you.
Yeah, then of course here we are now holding on to this rainfall, tracking southward through the region right now, getting into areas right along I-90 now, moving away from Eau Claire, and of course that's coming in from areas by Rochester, just north of them, going to Winona. Holman's getting some of that as well, back down to the south. Eventually, that's going to fill in and finish by the time we get in the noon hour, or just after the noon hour shortly. We'll get into also a slight chance of showers later on in the evening, and then later on tonight as well. But we will see overnight showers coming back again for tomorrow, and that'll somewhat come into the wee hours of the morning hours. In fact, before sunrise. You can see as we get into the planner, we're hopefully having more showers to finish out by the noon hour. Eventually, we're done by then. And of course, Eau Claire will finish out in the late morning hours, getting into 20% chance and then tapering off. Not much in the way of fog on the map, but there is some fog in La Crosse, and there also is some fog in areas by Eau Claire. High temperatures in the 50s, widespread to 60 degrees for La Crosse today, 56 in Eau Claire, 58 for Prairie du Chien. More about this coming up just in a bit.
All right, thank you, Art. Now to the Milwaukee Brewers playoff push. The Brewers now down, unfortunately, 2-0 in the NLCS after falling to the Dodgers again last night. News 8's Kate Overton with the highlights.
Yeah, Alexandria, the Brewers were looking to respond after dropping their first game of the series. They looked to even things back up last night in Game 2. They got off to a hot start as Jackson Chourio hit a solo home run to give Milwaukee the lead, but the Dodgers, they were quick to respond. In the top of the second inning, Teoscar Hernandez up against Freddie Peralta, and Freddie makes a mistake here. Teoscar sends it high and deep to left, clears the wall for a solo shot. LA would tie the game at 1. The Dodgers would add to the lead, and then in the 6th with 2 outs, Max Muncy crushes this pitch to center field. Frelick can't get to it. Dodgers roll from there, taking this one 5-1. Now the teams will have a rest day before going to LA for Game 3 starting on Thursday. I'll have full highlights from this one coming up later in the Morning Blitz.
This morning, Hamas is facing new threats from Washington and Tel Aviv after turning over just 8 remains so far. About 20 bodies of deceased hostages are still believed to be in Gaza. President Trump warning Hamas could face consequences if it doesn't disarm. CBS's Jared Hill reports.
Just days into the historic Middle East peace deal, frustration is growing. Hamas has returned only a handful of remains of deceased hostages held in Gaza.
I want them back.
Tuesday, President Trump demanded that Hamas hand over the rest of the bodies, writing on social media, "The job is not done." The president also issued this threat after Hamas rejected calls to give up its weapons, a key term of phase 2 of the ceasefire deal.
If they don't disarm, we will disarm them. And it'll happen quickly and perhaps violently. But they will disarm.
In an exclusive CBS News interview, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said the fragile agreement depends on Hamas keeping its word.
First, Hamas has to give up its arms. And second, you want to make sure that there are no weapons factories inside Gaza. There's no smuggling of weapons into Gaza. That's demilitarization. I hope we can do this peacefully.
Both Hamas and the Red Cross have warned that the destruction in Gaza has made it difficult to recover some of the bodies, and the process will take time. Israel had threatened to reduce the number of aid trucks allowed into Gaza after Hamas initially returned just 4 bodies. After Hamas handed over the remains of 4 more late Tuesday, Israeli news reported that the country has decided to reopen the Rafah crossing with Egypt to allow in more food and supplies. Jared Hill, CBS News.
Hostage families are calling for the peace plan to be suspended until all remains are returned, but one family member says going back to war is not an option. The Wisconsin Army National Guard has met its recruitment goal for the 2nd year in a row. So what does it take to become a Guard member? News 8 Now Seth Padilla has more from the newsroom after going through the test himself. How did it go, Seth?
Alexandra, I'm not going to lie to you, it was brutal, and I wanted to see what it takes to join the ranks of the National Guard, and officials in Onalaska did not take it easy on me at all. And let me tell you, it's a lot harder than it looks. They're tough and need to be ready to roll when a crisis calls. And for 2 years in a row, the Wisconsin Army National Guard has met its recruitment requirement. But what does it take to become a Guard member? Well, officials in Onalaska put me to the test.
My words of wisdom are stretch, don't get hurt, drink lots of water, because this test is much more difficult than the original fitness test. It is 5 events that are grueling, they're doable.
So my transformation from a civilian to a soldier was on. My mission? The deadlift, the hand-released push-up, the sprint drag carry, plank, and last but not least, a 2-mile run at the end. You rack up points based on how well you do, and you need a total of 300 points to pass the test. First was the deadlift.
Here you go. Too easy. Lightweight. 1. Come on, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it.
It was pretty easy. I passed earning 79 points. Then came the hand release push-up. That one was a lot harder, earning just 63 points.
Come on.
Okay. Oh my God, my arms are on fire.
19. One more. 30 seconds. Go. Get up. Get up.
Oh! All right, one more. No, I'm done. After catching my breath, it was time for the sprint sled drag, which by the way was absolutely brutal. But these exercises have real-world applications for these soldiers in the field.
With our hands in, our head's gonna be behind the tape. On the command of go, you're gonna get up, just like we're popping up, and if we're being shot at, we're gonna sprint down 25 meters. I'm gonna simulate. If you don't have something in your hands.
I racked up 60 points for this exercise, and I found out that this test isn't just about your physical strength, but your mental strength as well.
Yep, the next exercise will be the plank.
Oh no!
Again, this one's all mental.
You guys put the 2 hardest back to back on purpose?
Oh yeah. Your mind's gonna want to quit before your body.
My body definitely wants to quit too, but the mind is really what you gotta
That's in your mind.
dig deep on. I'm fighting here.
And to finish off the day was a 2-mile run. I was struggling even with a soldier running with me.
Marks, set, go.
All right. The time needed was 19 minutes and 45 seconds to pass. I got 29 minutes. Unfortunately, I'm not National Guard material right now, but hey, there's always next time. And it was an important lesson on what it takes to put your life on the line. And now all of these tests are to ensure these soldiers are ready to run into the field as soon as a crisis hits and be efficient. Reporting from the newsroom, Seth Padilla, News 8 Now This Morning.
Okay, Seth, keep your day job for now, I guess. Thank you for that. Local farmers will gather today in Westby to talk about the growing farm crisis. A listening session will start at 10 a.m. at Darren and Joanne Von Ruden's farm on Clinton Ridge Road. Farmers there will discuss how tariffs and other agricultural challenges are impacting the region. Local elected officials will be there to hear concerns. The event is part of the nationwide Motorcade for Trade tour put on by Farmers for Free Trade. A La Crosse budget shortfall could cost the city one of its libraries. The library system needs to save about $170,000 for next year. There are 2 options on the table: reduce hours and programs across the board and eliminate 2 full-time positions, or close the Northside Library. At last night's meeting, the board tabled any discussion for 30 days. The city is trying to make up for a projected $3 million shortfall, so all departments are being asked to make cuts. From a new vehicle ordinance to progress on the town's incorporation, it was a busy night at Campbell's Town Hall. News 8 Now's Allison Fergit has the recap.
You'll start to see ATVs, UTVs, and golf carts on Campbell's streets. The town board unanimously supported an ordinance that allows residents to use those vehicles on certain town roads.
We've had some people over the years ask for this and want this, and other communities are doing it, and we feel comfortable doing it.
There will be regulations in place, like drivers will need a license. The permit fee to use the vehicles on town roads will be determined later on.
We're pretty confident that the people in the town are going to enjoy this opportunity.
Also during the meeting, an update on the town's battle with PFAS. Campbell finished drilling a new municipal well last week.
It's going well. It looks like we have a volume of over 1,500 gallons per minute, which is what we're looking for, and it's PFAS-free water. It's down over 500 feet, and we're excited about step number one in our municipal well project.
Testing so far has been encouraging, and there's a chance the town will only need to develop 2 wells instead of 3.
We'll see a lot of activity on the water installation of the municipal system next year in 26, and hopefully by the end of 27, early 28 will be completed and everybody will have PFAS-free water.
As the town works more on the new municipal water system, they're also trying to become incorporated. Kapanke says it's to prevent potential annexations.
The big thing is it gives us long-term stability.
The next step in the process, the state's Department of Administration will come to the town for a public forum about why Campbell should become a village.
I think anybody who wants to speak will have that opportunity to speak to the Department of Administration and state our case for village status for Campbell.
That was Allison Fergott reporting. Kapanke said they hope the Department of Administration will have a decision by February or March on whether they meet the requirements to become a village. The League of Women Voters is pushing for a permanent solution to fair voting maps in the Badger State. The legislature creates state district maps after every census, so the current ones are only in effect till 2030. Officials say since the legislature is a partisan body, there's always the potential for gerrymandering. To solve that, the League has drafted legislation that would bring an independent redistricting commission model to the state.
If we don't have an independent redistricting commission, the legislature, whoever that is, will be making the maps again for the next 10 years. And we want to make sure it's an independent redistricting commission that does that job.
They plan to deliver copies to every lawmaker in Madison this week. A free documentary screening last night showed La Crosse how to end homelessness. The Cooley Homelessness and Housing Coalition hosted Beyond the Bridge at the Weber Center. The film highlights the housing first approach, which has helped Milwaukee achieve the nation's lowest unsheltered population.
This is the kickoff, the catalyst for change that we need in this community, right? To bring the community together over such a volatile subject. I mean, really, there are opinions one way and the other, up and down, but I'm hoping that this brings us all together and on the same page so that we can address this and find a solution.
Filmmakers John Sawyer and Tim Hashko spoke, along with James Matthew, a La Crosse native who is now Milwaukee County's housing administrator. You can support Domestic Violence Awareness Month tonight and have some fun doing it. New Horizons Shelter and Outreach Center is hosting a bingo night starting at 4 p.m. at the Onalaska Omnis Center. The first raffle drawing starts at 6. The event aims to raise $500 for New Horizons. Some news happening around the state. Get ready for lower gas prices. The switch to the winter blend is on. According to AAA, the price for unleaded in Wisconsin is now $2.67 a gallon. Last year at this time it was $3.05. The time now is 6:11. Still to come, buying a new car will cost you more than ever. We'll tell you how much you can expect to pay. Your teen will automatically have new restrictions on Instagram and how much Americans plan to spend this Halloween. If you're thinking about a home improvement project, you might want to get moving. Multiple tax breaks are expiring at the end of the year. And for now, we're sending you to break with something to put the good in your morning. Today is one of the most Wisconsin-style national holidays. It's National Cheese Curd Day. Cheese curds squeak due to the elastic protein strands in the curds that rub against your teeth. A good squeak is a sign of a fresh curd, traditionally eaten at room temperature the same day they are made. It takes 10 pounds of milk to make 1 pound of cheese curds. Learning a lot about cheese curds today. And as you start to wake up, we leave you with a quick wake-up call. No, it's not Santa's workshop. It looks like it to me, though. This is a view from the Anakeesta Tower observation deck in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Stay with us. Your morning consumer news is after the break.
I'm exhausted. Shopping for a mattress is just so confusing.
Sounds like mattress shopophobia. At Slumberland, our sleep counselors are here to help you find the best mattress without any pressure.
But awesome pressure relief.
Slumberland. Stop stressing, start sleeping.
In the hunt, every detail matters. It's not just about the thrill, but a passion for the craft. And in the end, it's about the people you get to be with. At Overhead Door, it's about our team and those we get to serve. We can repair any garage door, but we only install the best. Overhead Door Company of the Seven Rivers region since 1921.
At Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics, our goal is to help you and your pet in times of need. We specialize in the gold standard for cruciate ligament repair, the TPLO.
I was amazed to see Bear up and running again so soon. They really took good care of him.
Piper had TPLO surgery and is already running again weeks later.
Fetch made possible, one knee at a time. Contact Dr. Mark Hine at Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics for an orthopedic consultation today.
John Deere lawn tractors are built for year-round versatility because your work isn't done when the grass stops growing. Attachments like bagging systems and snow removal tools make lawn cleanup a breeze and those long, cold months a lot easier to take. Be ready for anything Wisconsin brings us with a mow and snow package from Tractor Central. Visit Tractor Central today to find out why nothing runs like a Deere. Start now at TractorCentral.com.
It's a John Deere day.
Toma Health Warren's Clinic provides quality care with same-day and next-day appointments.
I think the biggest thing for patients is they can call today, they can be seen today or the next day, they can leave with the stuff that they need. Quality care is being able to offer care to patients that's compassionate, it's timely.
It's important for the community to have the convenience of Warren's Clinic because we're available for those needs.
Toma Health Warren's Clinic offers convenient quality care when you need it most.
We see you out there doing things your way. So why shop the same retail giants as everyone else when you can find the same trusted products at unbeatable farm and fleet prices? Like $10 off assorted men's and women's Wrangler retro jeans. Men's Rustler jeans, $16.99. Rewards members save an extra $1. All Fram oil filters are on sale, 20% off. Plus, we offer Blaine's Best Price Promise, guaranteeing you the lowest price with us or we'll match it. Right here at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
Is your relationship suffering from nagging bed aches? Try the Sealy Posturepedic. Can you feel the support? That's the Precision Fit coils. They flex to your body, supporting you where you need it most. Stop stressing, start sleeping with Slumberland's 365-night sleep guarantee.
Well, good morning to you. As we get into it here, we've seen that rainfall continuing on for most areas here, say between Eau Claire all the way down to areas right by Black River Falls and Sparta and La Crosse. We've seen at least 1/4 of an inch or less in the forecast as far as rainfall is concerned. Most of that came in over the overnight from the midnight hour and has started to pick up gradually for some locations. All right, so as we get into it, we're also seeing some mist associated with that and, of course, the light rainfall, as you can see there. Holding on to fog that is developing for La Crosse right now. Not much in the rain you can see there right now, but we're taking a bit of a break. Eau Claire holding on to that patchy fog out there as well right now. Some mist also associated with this early morning. So we're seeing that 47 degrees in La Crosse, getting to at least 60 degrees as you get into for the high for the day. Eau Claire will hold on to 47 degrees for the low and then getting back to about 56 degrees for the high today under cloudier skies. We'll give way to at least some morning showers finishing out by the noon hour. Eventually drier conditions ensue for the remainder of the day. Well, Eau Claire will hold on to that right through the noon hour. I should say we'll go dry by the noon hour, and of course it ends by the 11 o'clock hour this early morning. We'll also see a slight chance of showers coming back again for the afternoon into the evening hours. So you're holding on to highs for Wednesday to be on the cooler side, up to 60 degrees, and that's La Crosse getting that 60. Everybody else in the 50s widespread. You'll also see again some showers coming back in the overnight hours, just after the midnight hour for La Crosse, continuing into sunrise tomorrow and beyond. We'll do fairly drier conditions for tonight for Eau Claire, then getting back into the sunrise time for more of that shower activity in your forecast. That's what I've got going on for you. More about this coming up in just a bit when I return.
In our morning consumer news, new car prices just hit a record high. For the first time, the average price of a new car passing $50,000. Kelley Blue Book reports buyers paid about $50,080 in September. Rising auto tariffs, luxury cars, and pricier electric vehicles are driving the increase. Industry experts say another big jump could come with 2026 models. And Instagram is rolling out new protections for teen accounts. The platform will hide posts with strong language or content that could encourage harmful behavior. Teens also won't be able to follow accounts that regularly share age-inappropriate content. The new restrictions automatically apply to all Instagram users under 18. Americans are expected to spend a record amount on Halloween this year. The National Retail Federation says spending will hit $13.1 billion, an average of $114 per person. Costumes and decorations will each top $4 billion in spending. Candy will reach nearly $4 billion, and nearly half of shoppers started buying Halloween items in September or even earlier. Several energy upgrades that qualify for a federal tax break are ending. Jen Sullivan explains the upgrades that qualify and how to claim yours.
If you've made any energy-saving upgrades to your primary home this year, you may qualify for a tax credit that could save you a few $1,000s. The Energy Efficient Home Improvement Credit allows you to claim up to $3,200 for certain upgrades, but that tax break expires December 31st.
Now is the time for homeowners to take advantage of those and understand what home energy efficiency projects they need to tackle.
Sarah Riley works at the home services company Front Door. She says working with a contractor can help you figure out which upgrades qualify. This tax credit is broken into two parts. First, a maximum credit of $1,200 for certain energy-efficient home improvements like HVACs, insulation, and limits on exterior doors and windows. They have to be Energy Star certified. The second credit is up to $2,000 for certain heat pumps, water heaters, and biomass stoves and boilers. Riley says HVAC systems should be replaced around every 10 years.
We know from the U.S. Department of Energy that a high-efficiency HVAC unit can save households up to 20% of their annual energy bills.
To receive the tax credit, you have to fill out the IRS tax form 5695.
Make sure you have it installed and paid for by the end of the year.
Tax consulting specialist Travis Belton says save your receipts or get a certificate of completion. You don't need to send them into the IRS, but keep them for your records. And keep in mind, you can't get back more on the credit than you owe in taxes.
Not all the credits are refundable, though, so you may be able to reduce your tax liability, but not necessarily get the full money back.
That's a look at your consumer news. We'll send it over to Art now. He's got an update on our forecast.
Okay, and away we go, taking a look here from that moisture coming in from the west. We still see it kind of moving in from Red Wing all the way down to Winona, getting to La Crosse, and then tracking out towards Tomah. You've got Holman in that. You've got West Salem in that as well. Independence picking up again more of that moisture down towards Viroqua, going to Gays Mills, and then settling down towards Richland Center now. Eventually, Prairie du Chien will be back in that mix as well. Of course, possible to get in that too. You have this moisture coming all the way from the California west coast now, all the way moving up into areas from Yosemite all the way up into portions of Lake Tahoe, and that's snow that's already moving there. And that continues into Nevada, tracks back up with Salt Lake with rainfall, and then all the way back up. The Rockies are holding on to rainfall all the way up into portions of Montana, going into there, where you're seeing some snow associated with rainfall. And then it tracks all the way up into Canada, and then comes back down in the form of rainfall for us here back again. And you can also see some of this moisture down from the south is coming in from the this desert southwest, so that's going to be more of tropical moisture kind of working its way in our region. So this continues on as we finish out for the day, holding on to the possibility of more showers ending just around the noon hour, and then it may come back again later on tonight. We'll see cloudier skies again for most locations up there along the western portions of the area here for La Crosse, as well as portions of Osseo, holding on to Westby with mostly cloudy skies, rainfall and showers, cloudier skies and drier conditions for Prairie du Chien. We're seeing more of that rainfall track more to the east, going towards Madison as well as Richland Center. We'll be picking up more of that cloudier skies up and see Osseo holding on to drier conditions as well, 55 degrees. La Crosse at 60 degrees, the warmest location today, and then back up to the north. Ladysmith also dry with mostly cloudy skies, and then you've got cloudier skies and drier conditions for most of the locations you get up along I-94. This will track again out of the region, going to the west, and some of it tracking down to the south as well, and southeast out of the region, and gradually mixing out. By the time we get in the 1 o'clock hour, we should be done. The drier conditions ensue, opening up the cloud cover even in the evening hours. More rainfall comes back again from the west, and it continues to track possibly by areas right by Decorah, going towards Prairie du Chien, and get into Boswell for that shower potential. Then more of that's going to continue to come back again. Maybe even a storm or two could possibly be associated with that as well. It may be unlikely, but you're going to see some heavier rainfall associated with that as well. Highs for Thursday, 50s and the 60s in the forecast, the 70s down to south by Prairie du Chien. So we'll also see warmer conditions moving in. Saturday's highs, 60s, and of course 71 degrees for your forecast there. Carrying over to how this all shapes up, we see some more showers coming back in tomorrow morning. As you can see, finishing out by the 2 o'clock hour for La Crosse, all the way out to the 4 o'clock hour for Eau Claire, and eventually drier conditions will ensue from there. Local conditions go from the 60s pretty much up to the middle 70s, and then back to the 60s again. We get to the 50s on Sunday, and then once we get into milder conditions to finish out the work week, I should say the beginning of next week, with Monday, Tuesday holding on to 61 to about 59 degrees as you get into Wednesday. Back to you.
Thank you, Art. Breast cancer screenings are coming to you. We'll show you how mobile mammography units are reaching rural communities right here in the Coulee region.
Coming up in sports, Game 2 of the NLCS. The Brewers dropped Game 1, looking to bounce back before the teams head to Los Angeles. And some high school action as conference champions were crowned. All that coming up in the Morning Blitz.
Don't wait for better water. With Maxwell White Water Conditioning, you get water you will feel good about with every sip, every bath, every day. And easy financing to make it happen now. Call today and start enjoying better water tomorrow.
A great percentage of what we do at the Pump House Regional Arts Center is impacted by tourists.
The more people that we can get into the La Crosse area, the more I can provide for the people in our neighborhoods, the employees that I can help take care of, and just generally a better quality of life for us and our surrounding area.
The increased tourism means more business to us, means that we need to hire more staffing to accommodate for the fuel sales, to accommodate getting the rentals ready.
The power of tourism, brought to you by Explore La Crosse.
We don't want to see homeowners falling through their floors.
Certainly not.
So as the symptom goes, moisture, mildew, mold, any of that stuff.
That's bad. Wood doesn't like water. Every house that is on a crawl space needs an encapsulation.
It's so important, man. If this doesn't get done, like what happens to polite society now?
When your flooring's in jeopardy, ain't nobody safe.
Innovative Basement Authority is now Groundworks. Schedule a free inspection.
The Good Feet store just really helped me out. I mean, they gave me the right arch support for my feet, not somebody else's feet. Then it was like, okay, this is something special.
See for yourself with the free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
The independent living is really nice because you have your own apartment and it's just like living at home.
Although I thought I was way too young to be moving in a place like this, finding Welcome Home was just like finding a home.
Live your life the way you want to and don't have to worry about all the other chores and insurance and things like that.
I like that we get a balanced meal.
Those little helps really help me to be independent.
Maxwell White wants you to love your water. Preventative maintenance helps to keep the love going. Maxwell White can get your equipment running right so it can last longer and save you money. Call Maxwell White today. Water conditioning done right.
Call Hupy and Abraham. They really do mean business.
Welcome to the Morning Blitz. A big one last night. Game 2 of the NLCS. The Dodgers threw the first punch taking Monday's game, but now the Brewers look to bounce back before making a trip to Los Angeles. It was a hot start for Milwaukee. Jackson Chourio leading off, and on the very first pitch he sees, sends it over the wall and right, and just like that, Brewers go up 1. But from there, it was all LA. Top of the second, Teoscar Hernandez gonna tag up Freddie Peralta high and deep to left. That clears for a solo shot. This game tied at 1. Later in the inning, a man on first for Andy Pages, and he goes down the first base line, and it's trouble. Into the corner it goes. Kike Hernandez has some wheels. He's going to try to score from first, and he's in there. 2-1 Dodgers. It would stay that way for a while, but in the 6th, Peralta makes a mistake, and Max Muncy makes him pay. Crushes this one to deep center field. Frelick can't get to it. Yamamoto would pitch a complete game for the Dodgers as LA takes this one 5-1 the final. High school action. Seneca unbeaten in conference play, hosting DeSoto, who's 12-1 first set. Seneca's Annie Manny would out-jump DeSoto at the net, swipe it down for the kill, but DeSoto not backing down. Kylie Venner gets the cross-court pass, sends a rocket over the net. Point for the Pirates, but the home team, they get the last laugh. Manning again gonna deliver the kill shot. Seneca They get the win 3-1, and they become Ridge and Valley Conference champions. A big one on the soccer pitch. Holman hosting Arcadia for an MVC championship. Raiders need a win. Vikings need a win or a tie. Well, Braylon Wells, she's up for the task, scoring here for Holman. Just 2 minutes and 26 seconds into the match, putting his team on top early. To the 24th minute, Arcadia on the corner kick, and check this out. David Aguilar rises up and hits a header down into the dirt, and it would bounce up for the tying goal. But Holman's defense getting the job done as they would take this one in a 1-1 tie. The Vikings are crowned conference champions. That'll do it for the Blitz. We'll see you tonight.
Stock up this month with the Holman Locker and Meat Market's 10-pound sale. Save on pork loin roast, ground beef, chicken breast, and chuck roast. Please call to order. Holman Locker and Meat Market, and much, much more.
Right now, you're busy taking care of the people you love. Let Window World take care of the place you live. Window World, America's exterior remodeler. Improving homes, changing lives.
Here's a dose of reality. Driving under the influence of prescription painkillers is just as illegal and just as deadly as driving drunk. In fact, there are nearly 2,000 drug-related crashes every year in Wisconsin. Help prevent drugged driving, and let's achieve 0 preventable deaths on Wisconsin roadways. Driving on pills kills.
Are you ready to build your future? Stella Jones Corporation in Bangor is hiring and wants you to apply. Starting wage for laborers is $21 per hour with a $2,500 hiring bonus. No experience but a great attitude? Then apply today. Stella Jones Corporation is where safety matters and wages sustain a comfortable living. If you have what it takes and can stand behind our railroads, then we want you to apply today.
Our father started this business in 1992, so we've been helping people hear and understand better for 32 years.
You're calling a local number and having a local person answer. We do online scheduling, so you can always visit our website at your convenience.
We do a full hearing evaluation here. We do the delivery of the hearing aids. We do the maintenance, the cleanings, the repair work. So everything's done here in our office. You don't have to go somewhere else. We like helping people hear better. It's rewarding.
Better Hearing Center next to St. Pat's Church.
'Tis the season for joy, cheer, and awesome toys here. Toyland is now open at Fleet Farm. We're kicking things off with 12 days of deals starting Saturday, October 11th, where you'll find red-hot buys on Hot Wheels, Lego, Play-Doh, Melissa and Doug, Nerf, and many more. Can't pay today? Put it on layaway and we'll hold it for you. Stop in and grab a catalog to fill out your wish list and get a jump on holiday gifting. Or shop our Toyland catalog now at fleetfarm.com.
Holman Locker and Meat Market, your place for fresh, quality, local meat. Now's the time to stock up with our fall bundle. Call and order yours today. Eat healthy, shop local at your Holman Locker and Meat Market, and much, much more.
The News 8 Plus app. Local news on your time.
Morning showers and mist continue with a little fog. I'll have more about this coming up for you in just a moment.
Right now this morning, I put my skills to the test with the Army fitness test. Find out if I passed. Up next.
Tensions rising just days into the Middle East ceasefire. More on President Trump's demands just ahead. Burgers, beers, and a good cause. Milwaukee Burger Company's breast cancer fundraiser is coming up next week. The general manager is here to tell us how to get involved. Thank you for joining us this morning. I'm Alexandra Carter. On this Wednesday, October 15th, it is 6:32. Good morning to you all. We'll send it over first thing to meteorologist Art Jarrett. He's over there in the Weather Center. Tracking some rain. It looks like it's still taking its time getting through the area, huh?
Yeah, it's going to be moving slowly, tracking slowly down, pushing slowly down to the south as well. And that's going to finish out all the way into the noon hour, and we should be done by 1 o'clock this afternoon. We'll hold on to this and giving way to some slight chances later on this evening. evening, and then to the overnight hours, we'll start to see some showers return back again after the midnight hour, and some of that will come back again through the all the way into the mid-morning hours, I should say, or early morning hours. We'll also hold on to the possibility of some showers, as you can see here for La Crosse, finishing out by the noon hour, as I mentioned before. We'll also pick up Eau Claire, trying to get that done through the morning hours. They're going to be tapering because this rainfall is pulling away from Eau Claire. We'll get into the high temperatures today in the 50s, and of course 60 degrees for La Crosse, 58 in Prairie du Chien. So when I come back, I'll have a better overview of how this all shapes up for your day. So please stick around.
All right, now to the Brewers playoff push. The Brewers now down 2-0 in the NLCS after falling to the Dodgers last night. News 8's Kate Overton has the highlights for us.
Yeah, Alexandria, the Brewers were looking to respond after dropping their first game of the series. They looked to even things back up last night in Game 2. They got off to a hot start as Jackson Chourio hit a solo home run to give Milwaukee the lead, but the Dodgers, they were quick to respond. In the top of the second inning, Teoscar Hernandez up against Freddie Peralta, and Freddie makes a mistake here. Teoscar sends it high and deep to left, clears the wall for a solo shot. LA would tie the game at 1. The Dodgers would add to the lead, and then in the 6th with 2 outs, Max Muncy crushes this pitch to center field. Frelick can't get to it. Dodgers roll from there, taking this one 5-1. Now the teams will have a rest day before going to LA for Game 3 starting on Thursday. I'll have full highlights from this one coming up later in the Morning Blitz.
Turning now to the Middle East. This morning, Hamas is facing new threats from Washington and Tel Aviv. After turning over just 8 remains so far, about 20 bodies of deceased hostages are still believed to be in Gaza. President Trump warns Hamas could face consequences if it does not disarm. CBS News' Jared Hill reports.
Just days into the historic Middle East peace deal, frustration is growing. Hamas has returned only a handful of remains of deceased hostages held in Gaza.
I want them back.
Tuesday, President Trump demanded that Hamas hand over the rest of the bodies, writing on social media, "The job is not done." The president also issued this threat after Hamas rejected calls to give up its weapons, a key term of phase 2 of the ceasefire deal.
If they don't disarm, we will disarm them. And it'll happen quickly and perhaps violently. But they will disarm.
In an exclusive CBS News interview, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said the fragile agreement depends on Hamas keeping its word.
First, Hamas has to give up its arms. And second, you want to make sure that there are no weapons factories inside Gaza. There's no smuggling of weapons into Gaza. That's demilitarization. I hope we can do this peacefully.
Both Hamas and the Red Cross have warned that the destruction in Gaza has made it difficult to recover some of the bodies, and the process will take time. Israel had threatened to reduce the number of aid trucks allowed into Gaza after Hamas initially returned just 4 bodies. After Hamas handed over the remains of 4 more late Tuesday, Israeli news reported that the country has decided to reopen the Rafah crossing with Egypt to allow in more food and supplies. Jared Hill, CBS News.
Hostage families are calling for the peace plan to be suspended until all remains are returned. Well, if you've ever wondered if you could pass the Army fitness test, News 8 Now's Seth Padilla gave it a shot. He joins us from the newsroom with those details. Seth, how did it go?
I have nothing else to say, but it was hard. I thought I was in pretty good shape until I tried that Army fitness test. The Wisconsin Army National Guard invited me to Onalaska to put me through the same test that every recruit has to do to pass. Now, there are 5 exercises: the deadlift, push-up, sprint, drag, carry, plank, and 2-mile run. Now, you rack up points based on how well you do, and you need 300 points to pass the test. And it was brutal. But I learned these experiences with real-world applications and workouts were more about physical toughness, but mostly it was about mental toughness.
Yep, the next exercise will be the plank.
Oh, no.
Again, this one's all mental.
You guys put the 2 hardest back-to-back on purpose?
Oh, yeah. Your mind's going to want to quit before your body.
My body definitely wants to quit, too, but the mind is really what you got to...
That's in your mind.
Dig deep on. I'm fighting here.
Now, I did not reach the 300-point requirement to pass, but I learned an important and valuable lesson on what it takes to put your life on the line. And now all of these tests are to ensure these soldiers are ready to run into the field as soon as a crisis hits and be efficient. Reporting live from the newsroom, Seth Padilla, News 8 Now this morning.
Okay, I kind of want to try now, see how many points I can get. Thank you, Seth. Turning now to some other headlines today. Local farmers gathering in Westby this morning to talk about the growing farm crisis. A listening session starts at 10 a.m. at Darren and Joanne Von Ruden's farm on Clinton Ridge Road. Farmers will discuss how tariffs and other agricultural challenges are impacting the region. Local elected officials will be there to hear their concerns. The event is part of the nationwide Motorcade for Trade tour put on by Farmers for Free Trade. In our medical news today, it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and Amplify by Gunderson is bringing mammograms directly to rural communities. The health system's mobile mammography units have been serving the Bellin and Gunderson regions for more than a decade. In that time, they've served more than 70,000 patients.
If we can find that early with an annual screening mammogram and get it taken care of, the patient's cure rate is over 99%.
Amplify officials say women aged 40 and up or anyone with a family history of breast cancer should regularly schedule their mammograms. If you're interested in scheduling one through the mobile unit, you can contact Amplify by Gunderson. Now we'll send it over to Art. He's got an update on that Wednesday morning commute. It's a little bit rainy out there.
Yeah, a little bit rainy out there as well. You're going to be seeing the possibility here of that rainfall tracking into the region gradually as we go right into it. This is what's happening for you. You're also going to be seeing that areas right by Onalaska. You got some wet roadways there right now. 48 degrees currently. We'll take it right back into a 4 mile of visibility for them. Then we go right into areas right by Black River Falls. You're seeing a 10-mile visibility, so that's okay. But 46 degrees for you out there right now. A little patchy fog happening for most folks and a little mist out there as well. We'll be picking up the rainfall associated with that, also picking up, holding on to the possibility of Eau Claire, looking at the drier side right now, and as the rainfall is tracking away from them. Fog is moving into La Crosse right now, holding on to some drier skies right now, but the wet roadways are still there. Taking you down to areas by Dubuque, Iowa. This is the closest I can get you to Prairie du Chien right now, holding on to a little bit of light breeze out there, and of course not much in the way of rainfall just yet. Current temperatures holding on to at least 40s widespread with a low 50 in there as well, picking up again for the day. We'll see this rainfall continue out to the noon hour and then dissipate. We'll also see areas right by Eau Claire, similar, finishing out by the morning hours, drier for the afternoon, drier for the evening with more showers on the way. We'll pick up Wednesday's highs looking at least widespread 50s again and a little bit on the cooler side. Back to you.
Before we head to break, it's time to look at today's Look Who's 8.
All right, Rodney's turning 58. He loves fishing, snowmobiling, and taking naps on the chair with his dog, Popeye.
And he's our director, Caitlin's dad. Happy birthday to you, Rodney. Good fish there. Got a big one. If you know a special someone turning 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years, 18, 80, or 88, we'd love to feature them.
That's right. Just upload their photo to our website, news8000.com, and look for the Submit Pictures button under the Home tab on our website.
Coming up, a La Crosse restaurant hosting a fundraiser to support local breast cancer patients. We've got the details on how you can help just ahead.
Get ready for the holidays and save money during our fall sale at Interior Designs Home. All of our carpets are on sale. You'll save money and get more for free. Free measuring and estimates in your home. Free furniture moving, even that heavy couch and king-size bed. Free removal of your old carpet and padding, and we'll recycle it. Free life of carpet labor warranty for as long as you own the carpet. All at the lowest prices of the year and 12 months no interest financing. Save money and get more for free during the biggest carpet sale of the year going on now at Interior Designs Holman.
Experience the thrill of gaming at Ho Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin. Whether you're a slots enthusiast or prefer the excitement of table games, we've got you covered. Enjoy delicious dining options, live entertainment, and exclusive promotions that add even more memories and adventure to your visit at any one of our 6 locations. And coming soon to Beloit. More of our amazing gaming options, amenities, and outstanding service you can count on. Find your fun today at Ho Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin.
It's amazing all the work that goes into growing this little guy. The research you've done over the past decades is critical to grow a good quality crop.
The UW-Madison has developed light casts to help farmers manage leaf blight before it takes root in potato fields.
I can't really overstate how important that is.
What's at stake isn't just the crop in the ground, it's the sustainability of your family farm.
This partnership really makes me proud to be a Wisconsin farmer.
One Wisconsin, on Wisconsin.
Sunken or uneven concrete only worsens with time due to changing seasons, stress on the slab, or poorly compacted soil. Your sunken concrete won't get better with time, but it will with our modern solutions. Choose American Water Works.
Your local Culligan expert helps you take control of your home's water with the world's most efficient softeners and drinking water systems. Culligan also gives you more control of your wallet with a variety of payment options for better water and finances that fit. Contact your local Culligan expert today.
Chevy makes America's most dependable trucks, like the rugged Colorado, the highly capable Silverado 1500, the powerful Silverado HD, and the uncompromising Silverado EV. In every Chevy truck, dependability comes standard.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Well-qualified buyers can get 2.9% financing for 72 months on all Silverado 1500 models.
Visit HometownChevy.com.
Get an 11% rebate on everything when you shop at Menards. Rust-Oleum Stops Rust Custom Spray Paint is the first can of spray paint with adjustable settings. Choose from 5 spray patterns to give every project a professional finish. Only $5.87 each after rebate. Rust-Oleum's low-odor spray paint eliminates harsh odors without compromising color or durability. It's ideal for both interior and exterior projects. Right now, just $6.88 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Well, good morning to you. Getting back into your rainfall here. This continues to track same locations here. Red Wing all the way to Winona, Independence getting in there, Black River Falls, Sparta, Holman, West Salem, all the way down to Winona, getting into La Crosse, and then down towards Viroqua, and then now Gays Mills, and of course Richland Center's getting in that. Prairie du Chien will start to get that in the next hour as well. Most of this rainfall is coming from the west coast. You can see that area of low pressure spiraling right over areas right by the Tahoe region, and that continues up along there, all the way back up into Canada, dresses it back into areas by Winnipeg and then back into our region. We're also seeing some tropical moisture finishing out still, despite having all that drier air coming from the desert southwest. That's pushing all the way in for the south, and that's going into Iowa as well as Omaha, and then of course eventually into Wisconsin. We'll also see as we finish out that rainfall will continue to press through as we finish out the morning hours. Going to the noon hour, we should be done after that, going to the 1 o'clock hour time slot, holding on to 50s and of course some shower activity from cloudier skies to mostly cloudy skies. You'll see there mostly cloudy skies for Prairie du Chien now showing rainfall in the forecast. Last time I showed you they were dry, getting right back up to areas by La Crescent. You're holding on to mostly cloudy skies, and of course you've got the rainfall. Trempealeau all the way down to La Crosse. You're holding on to from mostly cloudy to cloudier skies there. Cloudy up in Osseo and holding on to at least some 50s there, middle 50s in the forecast, but dry. Drier conditions up along I-94 as well, as you can see, with mostly cloudy skies for Ladysmith, cloudier skies for Eau Claire. We get into how this all shapes up with this rainfall thinning out as we go down into the 10 o'clock hour, moving southward down La Crosse, and eventually down by the 1 o'clock hour we should be done. We'll also see drier conditions open up, eroding the cloud cover, with more rainfall possibly coming back again as we go into the overnight hours at 4 o'clock in the morning. You see working its way with light showers all the way from Decorah and Boscobel back up to the north, with another batch coming in for Eau Claire, Ladysmith, that's in there as well. That's some heavy stuff, and then it kind of peters out. We'll get into the highs for Thursday. We're looking at temperatures in the 50s and the 60s, so we're going to warm you back up after our widespread 50s for this morning. Saturday's highs in the 60s, widespread to the low 70s in the forecast, so we continue the heat. And of course, we'll also look into this. We get into tomorrow, we see some morning showers carrying over to the 2 o'clock hour, similar to what we have, but they're going to last a little bit longer into the afternoon. Eau Claire will finish out about the 4 o'clock hour, so through the day with cloudier skies for you. Then once we get into how this all shapes up, this is what's going on. You've got temperatures in the 60s, still seasonal today and tomorrow. However, we get into middle 70s, up to the middle 70s as we go into your Friday. 60s and of course more 50s come back in the forecast, so we cool you back down again and take you back into seasonal averages as we go into next week. Be safe and have a wonderful day. Don't forget your umbrella.
Thank you, Art. New this morning, a La Crosse restaurant is turning burgers and beers into funds for local breast cancer support. We're joined this morning by Justin Cornfor, the general manager at Milwaukee Burger Company here in La Crosse, to tell us more about their annual fundraiser. Good morning, Justin. Nice to see you.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so tell us about Burgers for Boobs. What can people expect at this year's event?
Sure. So Burgers for Boobs is Milwaukee Burger Company's annual breast cancer fundraiser. This year we're donating $5 from every burger that we sell, and our servers donate 100% of their tips to the cause as well.
Okay. Okay, great. And when is that? It's next week, right?
Next Wednesday, the 22nd. It starts at 11 a.m. and goes until we close.
Goes the whole day. Okay.
Well, you raised about $17,000 last year. What are you expecting to do this year?
Yeah, this year we're hoping to hit 20,000.
Okay. All right. A big goal there. And so tell us a little bit about, where these funds go.
Sure. So this year we are donating funds to the Mississippi Sisters Dragon Boat Team. It's a local lacrosse organization of breast cancer survivors that they race a racing boat around the world, actually. And the other half is going to go to the mother of one of our employees who was recently diagnosed. So this year's kind of hitting a little close to home.
Okay, for sure. Hitting close to home there.
So what activities are we expecting here?
So we have a full day of activities. We have a raffle all day long. We have 50-50 auction, silent auction. We have live music starting at 5 p.m. with DJ Jeremy.
Oh, wow.
We also have a dunk tank going all day as well.
Oh, okay. And so do they pay for that dunk tank extra, or is that kind of included?
Yeah, but we think we're going to do $5 for 3 balls for this year.
Okay. All right. So getting some extra funds there. Do you think you will be dunked by your employees?
No, I got too much going on that day.
You're too busy that day to be dunked. Okay. And so why is it important for the Milwaukee Burger Company to support these efforts of local breast cancer?
So one of our core values is community at our organization, and it's just important for us to remember that we have to take care of the people that take care of us.
Okay, and this is something that you guys have been doing for several years, right?
Yeah, this will be our 5th year here in La Crosse.
5th year, okay. And typically the turnout is good.
Turnout is amazing. It'll be busy all day long. So we do 30-minute call-ahead seating, so give us a call to get on that wait list.
Okay, that's good to know there. Here's some video. Looks like we took this video yesterday, so you guys are already getting set up. What else is going on there?
So yeah, we've got that silent auction in the background there with items that were donated from the community, and we also have a 50-50 cash raffle going on as well.
Okay, and then there's the Dragon Boat Team. We know we've covered them. I think they're heading to France, right, for a competition?
Yep, they're going to France this year.
So. Okay, so some funds will be definitely appreciated by them.
Absolutely.
All right, and then finally, before we go here, why would you encourage, maybe people, they've heard about this, they've seen it, they haven't attended, why would you encourage the community to attend this year?
Sure, even if you don't have, the funds to make a large donation, even just come in and eat a burger and we'll donate $5 for you.
Okay, so it's very simple to do, and there's a dunk tank, so
absolutely.
Who wants to miss out on that? All right, Justin, thank you for being here with us this morning.
Thanks so much for having me.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
They often say variety is the spice of life. Well, if that's what you're looking for, the Board Store is your destination, because we have variety. We have windows and doors. We have siding. We have sunrooms. We have kitchens. We have bathrooms. We have flooring. We have tile. Whatever your home improvement needs are, interior or exterior, there's no better destination than the Board Store showrooms at 524 Copeland Avenue in La Crosse.
If you want selection, then that's what we've got at King Furniture. More mattresses. Did you know you spend a third of your life sleeping? So you better have the best mattress you possibly can. King has a huge selection to choose from at every price range. We'll even deliver your new mattress and haul away the old one for free. Take time to find the exact mattress you want, because you're going to be sleeping on this for a while. Head into King Furniture today.
Toma Health Warren's Clinic provides quality care with same-day and next-day appointments.
I think the biggest thing for patients is they can call today, they can be seen today or the next day, they can leave with the stuff that they need. Quality care is being able to offer care to patients that's compassionate, it's timely.
It's important for the community to have the convenience of Warren's Clinic because we're available for those needs.
Toma Health Warren's Clinic offers convenient quality care when you need it most.
Thanks to Congressman Derek Van Orden, everything is a lot more expensive right now. Not only did he support all the tariffs that are hiking prices on everyday essentials from groceries to school supplies, he also voted to raise healthcare costs by cutting Medicaid. Meanwhile, families are trying to stretch every dollar to pay their bills. And now Republicans in Congress shut down the government, causing economic chaos. Call Derek Van Orden and tell him to stop raising costs on Wisconsin families.
From generation to generation, Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Toyland has made wishes come true for Midwest families. And this year, we're kicking off our store-wide celebration this Saturday at 7 a.m. Find unbeatable Toyland deals like this Hot Wheels track set, $19.99. Be one of the first 100 people in store on Saturday to get this free Blaine's 70th anniversary toy truck. Plus, new this year from 3 to 5 p.m., bring the kids in costume for indoor trick-or-treating and more. Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Toyland store-wide celebration starting Saturday at 7 a.m.
When it comes to severe weather,
severe weather is a big threat.
Obviously, weather impacts everyone's lives, and weather changes, and you don't want outdated information.
Be confident in First Warn Weather.
A national meteorologist can give you the broad overview.
But we're here for you. I know what this is going to do. I know how it's going to affect your area.
If you're from the area, like I'm from the area, you know all the real nuances.
Expect more from your local weather team.
We're still here for you. It's important.
The First Warn Weather app. Download it today. You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
A deaf professional wrestler in Nova Scotia is making the sport more accessible. Justin Marriott, known as Deaf Power, organized a team of American Sign Language interpreters to work at matches. They interpret everything like you see here, from slaps and hits, even the crowd reaction, creating a new experience for deaf fans of wrestling. It's 6:55, time for your morning news now. A La Crosse budget shortfall could cost the city one of its libraries. The library system needs to save about $170,000 for next year. Two options on the table: reduce hours and programs across the board and eliminate 2 full-time positions, or close the North Side Library. At last night's meeting, the board tabled any decision for 30 days. The city is trying to make up for a projected $3 million shortfall, so all departments are being asked to make cuts. Happening today, local farmers are gathering in Westmead this morning to talk about the growing farm crisis. A listening session starts at 10 a.m. at Darren and Joanne Von Ruden's farm on Clinton Ridge Road. Farmers there will discuss how tariffs and other agricultural challenges are impacting the region. Local elected officials are expected to be there to hear concerns. The event is part of the nationwide Motorcade for Trade tour put on by Farmers for Free Trade.
All right, as we go through the day, showers in this afternoon going through the noon hour, and by the time 1 o'clock shows up, we're done. We'll hold on to some temperatures on the cooler side today. 60 degrees for La Crosse, though. 58 for Chine, 56 in Eau Claire. So a little on the cooler side, giving way to this. More showers coming back again for tomorrow. Similar conditions through the morning, and then stretching out a little farther into the afternoon for La Crosse, and of course even farther out as we go right into Eau Claire all the way to 4 o'clock hour. Looking at temperatures in the 60s, the 70s, then more 60s with 50s, and we have more 60s finish out going into next week as well, with more rainfall on the way.
All right, the rain continues. Thank you, Art. Thank you for waking up with us this morning. We will see you back here at noon.